Do not lie about that. The black population in this country is on the decline. So this whole thing that, it's all white people's fault. No. We got to take some responsibility for ourselves here. If you stop murdering your babies in the womb by having them ripped out via abortion, well, you're going to have more babies. And you know what? I understand the fact that too many of them are already being born in poverty into single mothers and all that kind of stuff, and that needs to change too. But at the same time, you don't change the whole system by killing your babies. I mean, you can't keep your population base the same, and you can't grow it if more people are dying than are being born. Yeah, you hear what I'm saying, folks? But at the same time, these folks are saying, well, why? What's the use? We don't have any opportunity. And I got to tell you, watching Shark Tank, there have been a lot of minorities that have gone through the Shark Tank doors that have gotten deals. Damon John isn't the only one who's invested in a minority business on Shark Tank. These people come through the Shark Tank door with an idea, with a concept that they can prove, and the sharks see it. They're all about money too. They're all about money. It's business. Business is business, and they look at money as and they say, okay, we can invest in this because we expect a return. We expect to make money with your product or service that you're going to offer. And we think that you've done a good enough job with it, that it is something that other people are going to want to part with their hard-earned money for. So these people what was the kid? The kid was like 10 years old. He was a black kid. He was like 10 or 11 years old. And he created his own line of bow ties. And I think his line of bow ties is now going to be in Macy's. The kid was like 11 years old. He didn't get a deal from the Sharks, but Damon John agreed to mentor him. The kid came up with the designs. Look, I'm not a bow tie fan. And personally, I don't like them. The only time I'm going to wear a bow tie is if it's an ultra formal affair and everybody's wearing tuxedos. All the guys. And then you wear a bow tie with a tuxedo. But other than that, I don't wear a bow tie. This kid loves bow ties. He invented and created his own bow tie designs, his own bow tie line, and now they're in a major department store. So you want to tell me that this kid, only the people, only the African Americans who appear on Shark Tank, they're the only ones who can find opportunity? Really? It doesn't matter the color of your skin because that type of excuse runs the gamut. Although there is one ethnic group, actually there's a couple of ethnic groups I don't hear that type of BS from. I don't hear Asians or Asian Americans saying that there's lack of opportunity. I don't hear them complaining about that. I don't hear Indian Americans, Indians from India, complaining about lack of opportunity. When it comes to Native Americans, I don't hear them complaining about lack of opportunity either. I hear them complaining about government keeping them from opportunity, which is really the case here. When it comes to Native Americans, let's be honest, that is a Native American plight. It isn't the fact that there is no opportunity for them. The fact is that, and they lament it, they can't get from under the thumb of the federal government. Not that be a lesson to people who want government to be a big brother or a big sister to them. You got a whole class or group of people or ethnic people in this country who don't want to be a part of the problem, but they're often not allowed to create their own solutions. They're not allowed to run their. The Bureau of Land Management that runs Native American lands, they don't let Native Americans pretty much do what they want to do with their own property. Well, no. The Native Americans, they say, well, we want to deal with, other businesses in other countries on our own, on our property. And the government says, no, we'll handle that for you. So even though they can see opportunity, unless they, decide that they're going to come up with a casino, they're not really allowed to be in charge of their own destiny. And yet, they already know that there's opportunity there. They're just not, believe it or not, they are not allowed to utilize that opportunity. But everybody else in this country is. And we want to, just talk about, well, we don't have any opportunity. Are you kidding me? There's opportunity all around you. I don't care where you live, especially today with today's technology and how cheap technology is. And you have the internet. Look, there are people that have started internet companies that didn't even own their own computer when they got started. I mean, look, I talk with entrepreneurs all the time. And there was a particular entrepreneur around here in New England. Now, basically how she got started. She got started on eBay and Amazon. Now, how did she do? She didn't even have her own computer. Not only did she not have her own computer, but she lived in a rural area. There was no internet access. The only place that she could get internet access was at her public library. You know what she did? She went to the library every day for 6 months. She ran her eBay and Amazon business from the library for 6 months. And then she was able to get her own computer with the profits from that business. And then she was able to get, a Wi-Fi carrier services, like the hotspot thing. She was able to do that type of thing. And she was able to, and now, she's earning 6 figures a year. Yeah, she's expanded beyond eBay and Amazon, but the whole point is she saw an opportunity back in 2008, 2009. She got started by going to the library and utilizing what is available to her already. And now she's a contributing member to society. Yeah, and she even employs a couple of people part-time. That's a huge turnaround from not even having a computer and internet service to having, full internet service and being able to employ and pay for a couple of people. Yeah, in other words, now she's paying taxes, and her employees, her part-time employees, are paying a little bit in tax too. So there you go, opportunity. She took advantage. The difference is that we have an abundance of opportunity in this country for everybody. The problem is that most of us who complain that we don't have opportunity simply do not take advantage of the opportunity that we have. We do not look to create opportunity for ourselves. We want somebody else to just drop opportunity in our lap. But a lot of times you have to go out and create it. You have to look for it. You have to search for it, and you have to create it. And that is one of the reasons why I think Shark Tank is such a huge and phenomenal success. Not to mention, these sharks the sharks are coming back and admitting they're making a killing off of this stuff. And we have people that are starting these small companies, and they're building their businesses and employing real people. I mean, that's the good thing. That's what this country's all about, is not only having the opportunity, but taking advantage of that opportunity. I mean, we've got opportunists all over the place. There's good opportunity and there's bad opportunity. We have good opportunists and we have bad opportunists. Now, the bad opportunists, they tend to be the scammers. They tend to be the criminals. They tend to be, a lot of times, politicians. But the bad opportunists are always out there blaming and condemning the good opportunists. Now, who are the good opportunists? The good opportunists are probably people like you and me who start a business, even just if it's just a part-time business, just to help them make ends meet. The good opportunist is the one who takes advantage of the system, that legally takes advantage of the system, to come to market with an idea, a product or service that other people want and are willing to pay for. And then another good thing about a good opportunist is that these people will start to, as their business grows, their opportunity grows, they begin to hire new people. I had somebody, and I can't remember, Genesis something? I think it was Genesis. This person approached me about a multi-level marketing company. And it's a nutrition firm, and there are tons of them out there. And he was really excited about it. And evidently, he's doing quite well. I'm thinking to myself, there's another one. Okay. Look, I get approached by these things all the time. You should do this, Rod. You should look. I've been involved in one way or another with multi-level marketing companies called Old World, Amway. Everybody knows Amway, and Polar Communications, which no longer exists, by the way. Neither does Old World. So I'm pretty familiar with this stuff. And every day, or every week, it seems like there's a new, especially the big ones now is communications and nutrition. Like, now there's multi-level marketing companies for deregulation on energy. Have a network of people who buy electricity from another type of company instead of the standard. Like around here, we have the old standards, which are PSNH and Public Service in New Hampshire, Granite Electric and Unitil and a couple of others. But we have these companies now. I think one of them was it Ambit, I believe, is opening its doors here, virtual doors here in New Hampshire. Again, opportunity for people who want to take advantage of it. It's there. Now, I am not endorsing any of them. I'm just telling you that I've been approached or I've participated in some of these things. I've participated in Amway. I've been approached by people in Melaleuca and the Fuller hairbrush thing and Pampered Chef and Ambit and a couple of other energy deregulated energy company, whatever. Some nutritional companies people have approached me about. Look, those are fine if you want to take advantage of them. That's opportunity. And the good thing about opportunity is you have the ability to choose your opportunity. You don't have to take any one of them. You can choose an opportunity that is best for you. I mean, I don't understand why that is such an issue. It comes right down to it. You're the one responsible for you. You're the one that should be responsible for you. I understand that there are people that are lamenting the fact that in some municipalities around the country, they're cracking down and making it illegal for people to feed the needy, feed the homeless. And they're saying, well, how can we be called a Christian nation if it's illegal for us to feed the homeless? Well, we are a Christian nation, and there are Christians out there trying to feed the homeless, but then we've taken God and Christianity out of the public square, if you will, out of government. So our government is very secular now. And in many of these places that it is illegal for a regular person or a group of people or a religious group to feed the homeless, they're run by liberals or Democrats. So, but they say, well, how can we call ourselves a Christian nation? And then they uphold people like Bernie Sanders, who laments the fact that we can't feed. We've got all these laws against feeding the homeless. Well, Mr. Sanders, your big government cronies are the ones who are saying they're the ones that are trying to shut down opportunity for people, like with the Native Americans. They're the ones who are trying to prevent people from doing good. They're the ones who are trying to prevent good opportunists. And then when a good opportunist finds a way to do something legally even today, you've got those who are bad opportunists like Mr. Sanders who want to shut them down, who only want you to be dependent on an ever-increasing, bigger and bigger and bigger government. If somebody says big government's the answer, you know for sure they're a bad opportunist. Run.